skill for skill, none of these guys can mess with me. Like nobody. Like I feel like my skills is way better than like Floyd. Like if I'm on my game. You feel, well, yeah, I take that back. Probably hand in hand. But skill wise, nobody on TV that's fighting right now have more skills than me. Nobody.
Shakur Stevenson.
First of all, he's not in no position until someone say send me the contract. Like what you mean you'll send me the contract? What are you talking about? That's what I'm saying. These guys they just got to like they get a few wins and they get a little above themselves. They ain't really like, they come see me and I give them a real they get a real check.
Yeah.
What weight do I want to fight? I don't know, bro. I'm just cruising probably through 35, 40. I really don't want to fight 40, but then it's like I do want to show niggas like.
Yeah.
And do you think the
like
expectations at you already did like 140, right? The expectations like, all right, man, he can do 140. If you go down, people gonna be like, why the fuck you ain't stay at 140? You know what I mean?
Nah, because there's some good fighters at 135 too. So even if they like, at the end of the day, anything we do, like, is like people gonna say something anyway. So regardless of whatever they say, fuck them. But as far as like, it's some good fighters at 35 too, and there's some good fighters at 40. So it just depends on what all makes sense. Nah, he's stubborn like me. Like me and him kind of like similar when it comes to stubbornness. So I know that when his mom made up, let's you say the craziest,
put that bag in front.
It gotta be the craziest number. You better say $1 billion. He probably gonna jump up like shit.
I don't know though, bro. 300, 300.
And you got the utmost confidence, like you say, like shit, I'm finna.
He believe in himself too.
Sure.
Me and him similar, but I just know like his stubbornness is like, he already made his mind up. Like when you make your mind up as a stubborn person, it's like
you gotta see it through.
I can't go back on my word with myself.
I don't even know who he would fight at this point though.
No, but then he said, oh no, I'm dropping back down to 135 or 130, whatever it is, and I'm not fighting at 147. Whereas a couple months before he said they'd fight me at 154. You know, so it's just cowardly, you know, because for me, I fight anyone. I've jumped up 2 weights to fight my arch nemesis who was more experienced.
If you can make 147, make 147. You can make 147 against Conor. That means you can make the weight. So if you can make the weight, then why not fight, take their belts, fight Ryan, and fight Devin at their weight?
Because once again, I'm not a 147 pounder. I'm actually a lot smaller than them guys that's fighting at 147 pounds. So I get it. I understand what you're saying. But what I'm trying to understand is, and I answered your question, answer mine. Why am I the only fighter that y'all want to fight at 135, 140, and 147? Why do I gotta fight 3 different weight classes for everybody else satisfaction?
The quiet moment is over as Gervonta Davis has finally shared the true reason behind staying away from a fight with Shakur Stevenson. The situation is not only about fighting ability or talent, but comes from strong personal disrespect toward Shakur because of what Davis believes is forced hype, unnecessary drama, and jealousy used to gain attention.
Then they show you like what type of person niggas is in the sport. Like they really trying to like, it's not really like, they don't want the spotlight. They want like, it's like more so like hate type of vibe. Like, you know, they want what you have. Like they want all the attention on them and type. But if they was to get it, they wouldn't even know what to do with it type. And it's like, I didn't ask for this. It just what came with it. Like, you know, I'm real like, people understand me because I'm myself at all times. Like, I'm not nobody that's gonna fake the phone like that. And if I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you.
Yeah, that's one thing that I'm learning myself, bro. Like just trying to learn the difference between being genuine, authentic, but still playing a game. right? And I can't really understand the game.
He openly fired heavy criticism toward Shakur Stevenson as Gervonta Davis accused him of acting fake and claimed that whenever Shakur starts asking for a fight, it always happens when Tank already has another matchup confirmed, which Davis believes is simply a move to gain attention and build his name instead of showing real commitment to making the fight happen.
It just, people like other fighters, they will say it, but they know they got like 3 or 4 fights already on they already in a deal type of situation. They know they can, but that shit already set in stone. And they always call me out when they have a fight. You don't never see them call me out when they don't have no fight. Never. Like when they just sitting around saying, they don't never call me out. They always call me out when they got a fight lined up.
All right, that makes sense.
You get what I'm saying? Okay. Now go look back at it. They fake.
The situation shifts as attention moves to Shakur's side, with Tank pointing out how Shakur often uses social media to throw verbal shots, while Shakur later responded with his own view. And during a recent interview, he looked back at those moments while explaining how his mindset and approach have grown over time.
You in a situation where you know you the best. Like, you know deep down, like, I'm the one. Like, that's how I'm feeling.
Right.
But then you got people who just saying all types of bullshit. So during that point of time, I used to feed into it to where I probably shouldn't have been feeding into it, but I couldn't help it. Like, I couldn't, my passion for my craft and who I am and I know what I can do just pushed it, and I fought back at niggas. Like, I always did that. But now that I done elevated in my life and like changed certain things around, I try my best not to even get into it on the Twitter or all that shit, because I know like people spin that shit. They gonna spin it and turn people against you. Like, I watch the entire world turn against me.
Even with many changes happening in Shakur's career, one feeling that remains strong is his dislike toward Gervonta Davis. And during a recent interview, he clearly explained the reasons behind that tension while responding to the accusations, and stating that anyone who has a problem with him should settle it properly during a fight inside the ring.
Do you ever think we'll see you and Tank, realistically?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I don't really like talking about him.
Yeah.
Cause like the way that he move is goofy to me. Like, it's some weird shit. So like, I really don't like speaking on him. But like, if same thing that
fighting perspective.
Same thing that I said with T.O. If anybody got issues with me or feel some type of way about me, you could come see me on fight night and resolve every issue that you got. Yeah. I stand by that with anybody.
But keeping it boxing.
That's boxing.
No, I'm just saying.
That's not.
When it comes to the boxing world, hoping to see this fight, Shakur Stevenson has clearly said he is ready and willing to make it happen, but he believes Tank must move toward the fight. And if the avoidance continues, then Shakur plans to focus on other opportunities instead of waiting for an answer, because he says he does not depend on anyone to build his career. And with many opponents available, he will choose his own direction and move forward on his own terms.
I would love it.
Tank got to stand on straight and narrow too, man.
I would love it.
My son got to, you know what I mean? He got to get on path.
I would love it, but at the end of the day, once again, if somebody says they never gonna fight me,
then you can't rely. Yeah, you got to move on.
Fuck you. I don't need you, bro.
You got to move on.
Simple.
What kind of? I was asking that just from a fighter. You know what I mean?
No, I got
Tank is my youngin', but I just wanted to know from a fighter's perspective. Do you ever see, when you talk about two of the best fighters in boxing, forget about all the bullshit that he's dealing with, boxing, will we ever see that? That's where I was coming from.
Nah, I got you, but like I said, if any fighter have an issue with me, because I feel like T.O. was jealous of me. I told him this several times. Any fighter have any issue with me,
let's do it.
Sign the contract, turn the lights on bright, let millions come around the seats to see what's happening and pull up on me.
Raising the tension further, Shakur Stevenson delivered sharp remarks toward Gervonta Davis during a conversation with Joe Rogan, where he minimized Davis as a major threat and made it clear that Tank's online confidence and exaggerated image do not affect his mindset. As Shakur Stevenson stated, he does not need to fight with Davis to prove his talent or status, because his belief in himself and dedication remain strong, regardless of how much attention or promotion Tank creates on social media.
fight that I would think that would generate the most amount of interest at 135 would be Tank. Now, I know Tank's got some legal issues now, and I don't know what his status is currently.
I would love for it to happen, but the way that he went on like social media and kind of like bashed me in a way to where it was like he made it seem like I need him. I just feel disrespected about it because at the end of the day, I'm a grown man. I make my own money. I'm living a spectacular life. I don't need nobody. If he feels as though I need him, and if it's that kind of stuff, then it's like whatever. I'm not in need of that fight.
Stepping right into intense scrutiny, Shakur Stevenson gained praise for his showing against Teofimo Lopez. Yet some critics claimed he avoided facing the most dangerous names in boxing. And during a recent X-Space live session, he was questioned about choosing opponents viewed as less threatening than elite contenders, as detractors argued that defeating Lopez, who previously lost to George Kambosos Jr., did not prove much, and Stevenson answered firmly by calling out Gervonta Davis along with Devin. Haney challenging both fighters to step forward and settle everything inside the ring, where real results matter.
Well, you know you fought a lick, like, and then you trying to play it like, yo, I'm the best fighter in the world for beating T.O. Like Kambosos already punched that nigga face in, bro. Like, you not that yet, bro. For real. Go get Devin. Go get Tank or some shit. Like, you know what you doing, bro. You caught a lick, bro.
Hey, you gotta tell niggas to just fight me, though. Fuck it, bro. The ones you want to see, tell them niggas to fight me.
The rivalry keeps getting stronger as Shakur Stevenson faces more criticism from Conor Benn, who recently took shots at him by pointing out that he once claimed he would even fight at 154 pounds, but now seems unwilling to move up to 147, as Ben calls this a sign of hesitation and fear, while Stevenson sees it differently, treating it as just another case of fighters talking big but backing off when it comes time to face real pressure in the ring.
After Shakur's fight, you were in the ring with him. He called you food.
No, but then he said, oh no, I'm dropping back down to 135 or 130, whatever it is, and I'm not fighting at 147. Whereas a couple months before he said they'd fight me at 154. You know, so it's just cowardly. You know, because for me, I fight anyone. I've jumped up 2 weights to fight my arch nemesis, who was more experienced. You know, former interim champion, this and that. I'll fight anyone. Not bothered. I'm not bothered.
Responding directly to the backlash, Shakur Stevenson made it clear that he is open to facing Conor Benn at 147 pounds with a rehydration clause included, but he still prefers bigger matchups against Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, while also pointing out that many fighters have been using his name to promote their own bouts and changing their positions in ways that fans often overlook. And from his point of view, the real situation is now fully exposed.
You say, oh, well, you said this, but you ain't say Devin and Ryan at
147 for rehydration.
But you don't realize what's going on. So before Ryan last fight, Ryan used my name to sell his fight.
With Mike Carpenter.
When he used my name, he was saying a whole lot of shit. He said, one of the things that he said was, I will go to 144 and fight Shakur. I'm like, okay, you will go to 144 and fight me, so then fuck it, let's do 144 then, if that's what you're saying. Then after that shit, he said, I will fight you at 140. I'm like, okay, well, if you want to come down to 140, I'm down with it too. So my thing is, like, y'all not really paying attention. Y'all trying to like make me into this person that's just saying anything, but I'm getting all of these things from
Adding a new layer to the discussion, Shakur Stevenson has also been linked with a possible fight against Ryan Garcia. And while talking about this potential clash, Gary Russell Jr. shared an unexpected opinion, saying that Stevenson may find it hard to do serious damage to Garcia. And he believes this could actually make Garcia a more dangerous opponent than many people think, giving him an edge that fans and experts might be underestimating before the fight.
That's what I think his skill is, honestly. That's what I think his skill is. Like, his skill isn't like his boxing ability. His skill is, a lot of times when you watch people fight, you can see that one fighter is in more control of what's going on in that ring. He maintains a certain level of control with his distance and range. I believe that's what his true skill is. But if you can break that, then we got something different. I don't know if Ryan will be able to break it. But I think he's tall enough, whereas though, and he got enough reach, whereas though Shakur is going to have to close the distance to actually hit Ryan.
Putting forward a strong take, Gary Russell Jr. believes that Ryan Garcia could create serious problems for Shakur Stevenson, and he does not feel Stevenson would be equally dangerous in return. While he still recognizes Stevenson's popularity and drawing power, he argues that Garcia has the upper hand when it comes to pure skill and punching ability, and he further explains that Garcia's speed, timing, and accuracy could completely shift the fight if this matchup ever takes place inside the ring.
You know what I'm saying? He got to cross that line of fire to hit Ryan versus he just making them come into him and he just pop shotting them.
Yeah.
And Ryan got some pop. If Ryan touches his ass, he got the ability to hurt Shakur. I don't think Shakur has the ability to hurt him.
Yeah. Damn.
He can hurt his pride.
Yeah.
But I don't think he can physically hurt.
Showing clear frustration, Teddy Atlas criticized Shakur Stevenson for what he sees as avoiding Gervonta Davis, and suggested that this approach is a way to protect an undefeated record. While many fans praise Stevenson for his defensive boxing, Atlas believes Davis would be the hardest test of his career, and implies that Stevenson is not stepping up to that challenge. He also compared the situation to great fighters like Floyd, Mayweather, Pernell Whitaker, and Sugar Ray Leonard, who he says always face the toughest opponents, unlike Stevenson, who he feels is avoiding the biggest fight.
Tank Davis was presented to him tomorrow. Really, if that could, would he really take it, or would he still be looking for the Navarrete fights where he thinks he has an edge and he can stay undefeated and he can kind of walk that rope, which is an easier rope to run? Do we know that he's what we want him to be, what we think he is inside as far as wanting those kind of fights? Do we really know it? We know it about history tells us finally, eventually, but right now, do we know that? I mean, we found it out about Mayweather, who was a really good defensive fighter, fast hands, all that, great, but he wanted those fights, and you know, and I could go down the list of other guys, Pernell Whitaker, whatever, they wanted those guys, Sugar Ray Leonard, they wanted those guys, but do we know that he has that? We know he has all these other things. Does he have that? Do we know that, or is it just that he wants to